and recording.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are excited to talk about building some immunity and some just good health tonight, and converting possibly our cabinets to some really good natural alternatives. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yay.
Yeah, this is Christine, and I'm Emily, just in case. And we've got just about a half an hour, and we're going to go ahead and just get started.
Awesome.
So I'll have Christine cycle us through the slides. So again, just to reiterate, we're really excited that you're joining us today. And we definitely want to highlight a bunch of natural solutions that Shaklee has to offer. We are definitely approaching some colder weather, and I actually have heard that we're due for a doozy of a winter. I don't know if you've heard that, Christine, but apparently we're in for a really, really cold winter, and it has something to do with the sun and what it's not doing. Like there's some kind of something that's going on with the sun that's going to affect our planet and our winter. So we're going to be bracing not only for a cold, cold winter, but also potential for, since we'll be indoors maybe a little bit more, for exposure to more bugs and icky kind of seasonal flu junk. So the biggest question becomes, how can we build up our systems to prevent these common illnesses and fight them off quickly if we do get sick? So prevention and then fighting them off quickly are key. So our hope in this Zoom call tonight and health chat is to give you tangible resources and options leading to less sick days and more time to enjoy this time of the year, especially with the holidays coming. So thanks for being here. Yeah. So using herbs to treat disease is as old as mankind itself. The philosophy behind herbal medicine comes from a quote often attributed to Hippocrates: "Let food be thy medicine and medicine thy food." In other words, let your daily nutrition build your health and keep your immune system strong. The philosophy about a holistic full body approach and is that herbal medicine doesn't necessarily focus on the specific ailment, but supports the whole body response. So the goal is to strengthen our bodies and allow them to function optimally, because really our bodies have a great capacity to heal themselves if they have the correct support. So a good question would be for you to think about: if you could replace one thing in your medicine cabinet with a more natural remedy that worked just as well, what would it be? So Christine, do you have any thoughts on what you like first comes to your mind?
I know. I think one thing that I did was when you think about like upset stomach to, tummy aches, that kind of thing, I remember what I used to have, and now I have changed that, as well as like an electrolyte when my kids were sick and they needed Pedialyte, or, nowadays a lot of kids in soccer games, post football games, you name it, grab the Gatorade. That's just so much out there with the, the dyes, the colors, the sweeteners, nothing really natural in it. So I have changed and switched. So I think those are two of the biggest things that I'm glad that I have more of an herbal, natural, replacement
to grab for.
Exactly.
And I think about, for me, it's that, like as soon as I start feeling a little run down, or if I'm starting to feel a little bit, like everyone talks about the tickle in your throat, when you start to feel like, I'm starting to fight something, what can I reach for to give my immune system what it needs to fight it, so that it doesn't turn into a full-on awful sickness that just lays you up for days. So
exactly, which is perfect. This is why we're doing this tonight, because I think a lot of people are feeling that tickle and onslaught of something coming up.
Yeah, it's going on in my house right now. And just a little insert, we are actually fighting just probably a pretty typical virus with the sore throat, a little bit of runny nose, but just kind of making you feel pretty icky. And I'm doing just fine, but I would attribute to that to some foundational support that I'm taking, and I've been taking for a long, long, long time. My boys and my husband are a little not as regular taking their vitamins, so I think they're sometimes a little bit more susceptible. But it's, who knows? But I am using a couple of supplements right now for them to treat what they're fighting, and I'll talk about that later on. So. Anyway, yes. So our bodies are designed to build immunity from exposure of bugs, and the body has an amazing capacity to heal and adapt, which is, it really is true. God designed our bodies to do some really amazing things, and one of them is to be able to heal. To break the cycle of sickness and antibiotics and sickness and antibiotics, it's important to change our mindset of simply treating symptoms like putting a Band-Aid on it, while the deeper problem goes uncorrected. So here, what we want to deal with is the root issue. So nature's bugs are always around and always will be, and our immune systems are subject to weakness and being thrown off track as a result of day-to-day physical, chemical, and emotional stressors we are continually exposed to. But we can break that cycle. Mm-hmm. So for starters, we're only as healthy as what we can absorb. The most important place to start is our gut, where over 70% of our immune cells reside. We must have a healthy gut to benefit from anything we put in our body. So how to promote a healthy gut? First, we want to start by doing some pretty foundational stuff. Anyway, so with Shaklee, they're incredible in the way that they take care of the product that they, like the final product that gets to us. The process that the product goes through is insane. So they like to dub beyond organic, that they don't just care about how a product is grown or where it's, in the farm, but they take it all the way till it's completion, and then obviously delivered to the end user. So beyond organic reflects our belief that our quality standards go beyond how and where an ingredient is grown. Instead, we look to confirm the purity and potency of ingredients from the creation of the product to the delivery to the customer. So we do this by conducting over 100,000 quality tests per year and screen for over 350 contaminants, pesticides, and impurities on every new botanical ingredient. This is 3 times the required amount from the U.S. or the United States pharmacopoeia, which is amazing. I don't want to put anything with even just a teeny tiny bit of heavy metal in my body. So I'm really thankful that Shaklee goes the extra mile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I feel like in an industry such as supplement companies, there really is no regulation. And so I know why a lot of people in the pharmaceutical world will look on supplement companies and think, how really pure and where's the safety quality, because most of them it's not regulated very well. And so this just goes to show Shaklee is just the gold standard. It really goes above and beyond what's required and just spends a lot of money and time for the quality test, and which I love. So it's nice to say that it's safe. There's purity, there's potency, and you can recommend it with confidence to anyone. And so going into this, thanks, Emily. I love this landmark study was done years ago, and UC Berkeley, Shaklee partnered with UC Berkeley to do this study, and they really wanted to do the first ever long-term supplement user, because I think the question, right, Emily, a lot of people go, well, should I take vitamins? Do they really make a difference? Or is it just expensive pee? And we'll come to another slide where not all supplements are the same. But in this particular study, Shaklee gave all the rights to UC Berkeley to publish the results with Shaklee not having any hand in it whatsoever. And there was 3 different groups. Shaklee users that had to have had these supplements in their body for at least 20 years. So that's the long-term study. And there was another category of someone that had never taken a supplement ever. And then another category of anyone taking basically any brand off the shelf. And so you can see in the heart, brain, biological stress, all these health indicators, these biomarkers, that Shaklee users were phenomenal. It was just hands down, they had remarkably better health. And what I thought was really interesting is that age group 65 and over of the Shaklee group, they had maybe zero point 0.5 medications. And so most of us, you know, we kind of think, well, when you get older, you just have a lot of medications because your body just breaks down. But this group of Shaklee users, their health was, they were doing great and they felt great. So it was really a mark of Shaklee does have something to offer and, you know, better health. And so because of that study, they put together these, the life strip. They put the life strip together and put the vitalizer strip together. And so you can see the combination of all the bionutrients. There's like over 80 bio-optimized nutrients in this, but the time release and how it's released, that it's really, this life strip on the left is the most comprehensive multivitamin strip you can find. So it was just everything that they had put the study together. So it was pretty remarkable. And then going into this one about the difference, the Shaklee difference is, I think what Emily read earlier, we are what we absorb. So are we truly absorbing the vitamins that we're putting in our mouth? And not all of them have the potency, not all of them have the integrity that what's written on the bottle, the label, truly is what you're getting in your system. So the cool thing is this is the patented from Shaklee. The system of the multivitamin, its folic acid coating for immediate release, the carotenoids, the omegas, just where it needs to release in the upper intestine. You've got the tiny little pearl pill that was the probiotic that truly is releasing in the lower gut. And that's what Emily shared earlier, that, you know, the gut health is so key to overall health. So if our gut is not healthy, so if we are sick and we take antibiotics, well, the antibiotics do their work and they kill all the microflora, the good and the bad. So how are you replicating and building back up your good, healthy microflora? If you don't have a good probiotic, you're just not. And so then you're more susceptible to continually being in that vicious cycle of getting sick. You have, you know, compromised immunity, you're going to get sick again. So just finding a really good probiotic that truly goes all the way to that lower gut where it needs to be released for those immune cells. And then remember, I think we talked about last time, the gut, you know, the gut-brain connection. Serotonin is mainly in this lower intestine. So that's the connection to your brain. So super important. And then you've got a time-release B and C. Emily, you would say that this is the biggest thing that gave you energy, that you felt when you took this Vitalizer. It was like, whoa, my body was really deficient.
Unfortunately, I don't have like a result that I could look at, or a blood work to look at and say, oh, this is what I was very deficient in. But clearly that must have been what really helped with my energy. Yeah. I'm sure I was probably low in vitamin B, and I think a lot of Americans are, unfortunately, but we don't know it until we're dragging around. And unfortunately, vitamin B is depleted from stress. And because a lot of us live in a really stressful way all the time where we don't really get a break, our vitamin B is the first thing that goes.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, it's very true. And then interesting enough, you can see in this x-ray, Centrum Silver, so we do have a brand here, but you can see that it's still in the colon, it's still even fully intact in your rectum area, which is not good. You should be dissolving vitamins within 7 minutes. So obviously there's synthetic going on here that's not really being dissolved. So not all vitamins are created equal. Mm-hmm. When we talk about healthy gut, healthy immunity, getting a right kind of protein, this is one of the most foundational as well. Protein, basic building block of all cells. Getting a quality, healthy protein in your system really does help build up that immunity, build up that health overall. And we'll just go quickly through so we can get to some of the other herbal stuff, but toxic-free home. This was huge. So it's one thing to say, I'm going to clean up my diet, clean up what I'm putting in my mouth. We are what we absorb. Food is my medicine, right? But if we live in a home that we've got toxic cleaners, toxic sprays, toxic fabric softeners, you name it, and even just what we put on our skincare, we're still getting all that into our system. So really, we can control our environment of our home. We go outside the home, we can't control it. So it's a matter of this is a great line that's super, super convenient. It's just got, what's I'm talking, concentrated. And little goes a very long way, and it's very clean and green for the planet. And for me, this was something that I lost my childhood asthma, switching to these cleaners. So I really highly recommend these. And yeah, so Emily, you take it away from here.
Yeah, so I wanted to just talk to you guys now about some of the booster supplements in addition to those basic foundational supplements like the Vitalizer and the protein by Shaklee. So they're for stuffy noses, cough, fever, sore throat. Alfalfa is like, we should probably all be taking alfalfa every day anyway, but it is a phenomenal product, a phenomenal supplement. It's a natural anti-inflammatory and antihistamine, like I just said. And what I wanted to say was that my husband and my son are taking 8 gobs of this right now to fight off their colds. And Zachary is actually doing a lot better. So that's been good. So hopefully David will notice a big improvement really soon. And welcome to whoever just joined us. Zinc is also really important. It decreases the replication of virus. It's important in processes of our immune systems. So Defend and Resist is a compilation of echinacea, elderberry, larch tree, and zinc. And this one in particular helps to stop reproduction of the virus. Some other uses are you can suck on it or crush it up and make it into a tea. That's just another way to consume it. And I apologize for that. Hold on one second. Anyway, so that's something that you would take right at the onset of a cold. That's definitely a really great way to start combating any kind of, like I mentioned earlier, the tickle in your throat. Nutriferon is also phenomenal. It promotes natural interferon production. It's safe and it's a natural immune stimulant, and it can also be crushed or taken as a pill, which is just the form that it comes in.
Yeah.
And Christine, I know you had some testimonial about.
Yeah, like anyone that has like allergies and asthma. So during the month of August, I have a lot of sniffles, sneezing for whatever's growing. And I'll take the full dosage, maybe even a little bit more, but you can take this. This is kind of like frontline defense. This is prevention. So you can take Nutriferon all year long. And then if you hit a season where you have seasonal allergies, or say you're doing a lot of traveling or you're around a lot of sick people, then that's something you can take the full dosage, like the 2 pills a day. Otherwise, I sometimes just take 1 a day or 1 every other day in the allergy season for me. But this is a great frontline defense. Get your marching armies, getting your body ready to attack whatever is in your system.
Yes. So garlic, this is the other thing that David is taking. He's taking it twice a day, the full dosage, which I think is 2. So he's taking 2 in the morning and 2 at night. And he just started because he does not like garlic. So even the pill, he's like, I don't want to take this. But I'm like, you have to, because remember, food is your medicine.
Oops,
like
sorry.
Socrates mentioned. So you would take garlic also on the onset of a sore throat, scratchy throat. Garlic is known as nature's antibiotic. 1 milligram of allicin, I think that's how you say it, a component of garlic has the potency of 15 standard units of penicillin. Garlic is effective against toxic bacteria, viruses, and fungus. It is an incredible thing that it's how much we can get garlic all over the place, but here we get it in a nice little convenient pill to swallow. So Vitalize Immunity is a dissolvable tablet similar to like an Emergency. It's loaded with vitamin C. It has, I think, the quantity of like 16 oranges sweetened with monk fruit. It tastes pretty good. It looks kind of like Tang, if you guys remember Tang back in the old days, when it's all dissolved. And I love it. I take it the same with, and I'm starting to feel the little bit of tickle just because I didn't have any of the Defend and Resist. And it was also incredibly helpful. And actually my testimonial to that was when I ran out I had some leftover emergency, and as soon as I was taking the emergency, and as soon as I was taking that only, this was, I don't know, a month or two ago, I got sick, and I'm like, it's probably because it wasn't doing anything in my body. So
This is something I was saying to Emily earlier. I will take our whole family, if we're traveling on an airplane, before we leave in the car to go to the airport, we'll dissolve this in a glass of water and we'll all chug our own. So yeah, get from prevention there.
Mm-hmm. So for the icky stomach stuff like diarrhea, vomiting, Nutriferin also is super helpful. It's the most powerful front line of defense for the immune system. The stomach soothing complex is helpful. It's great for upset stomachs, and even after vomiting stops, you can make it into a tea or put it in a tablespoon of applesauce. Performance, which is the line that Christine was mentioning earlier, that's the hydrate. It comes in either orange or lemon lime. It's great for preventing dehydration. You can mix that with tepid water and encourage even a child to take small sips, just to replenish all those electrolytes that we lose when we've got the stomach bug. And I take that just even, I started taking it just daily. I take 1 scoop of it daily because I've noticed a huge improvement in just how I feel. And I'm thinking probably just in living in such a dry climate, my body was kind of prone to dehydration. So anyway, and it tastes really good. I like it. And then of course the Optiflora, like we mentioned before, which is the probiotic, that is taken for a healthy intestinal tract. It's recommended for daily use, and even a little baby could take it. If you just soak it in water, it gets kind of gelatinous, and you can mix it right with rice cereal or something like that. It's gentle.
Very good.
Baby. And then again, zinc is really helpful. So for earaches, once again, Nutriferon, garlic, vitamin C, dependent resist, and alfalfa 3 times per day. This is just an example of how you could treat it. And you can go ahead and look at some of the recommended dosages in the above, or just even online. Look at either Christine's or my website, and you can look at the recommended dosages. Another fun little tidbit of information for just helpful with anything you might just have lying around the house, or oftentimes we've got onions, but you can actually just put some onion in a blender, strain all that, the mushy part off, and then just get the juice from the onion and put it in a small little bottle and use like an eardropper or something. And you can put a couple drops in your ear and it won't hurt it. It'll actually just be helpful for the pain and stuff like that. So yeah, so onion's really helpful. And even if you can, like in the past, I've sauteed a little bit of garlic, and even just with the oil from the garlic and the oil that I've sauteed it in, I should say, I have used that to help my son with preventing an ear infection. Yeah. And then of course we've got a good slide here for headaches. So calcium, oftentimes people have noticed a huge improvement with taking CalMag, calcium and magnesium, and garlic, and even the pain relief complex, Shackley's pain relief complex. That's something that you would replace maybe with like a Tylenol or an Advil. And yeah, even some garlic there too. And I've even heard, I don't know if you've heard this, Christine, but I've even heard almonds are really helpful when you've got a headache. So even just eating like 10 or so almonds.
Yeah. And sometimes I think when my children have headaches, or even we get a headache, I think, okay, have I drank enough water? Am I dehydrated? That's definitely one of the first signs of maybe I'm not hydrated. And so even in being in AC or cold climates, when you're not really drinking as much, you're not hot and thirsty after a workout or something, but most people are dehydrated. So it's at least having it, I almost think at least your body ounces in water, minimum like half your body ounces, body ounces of water. So
yep,
definitely.
And then just to touch on a few other helpful products, there's a ton that we're just kind of running through here really quickly. I just wanted to show you where I have don't know if you can see this or not, but I've got a couple pages here that I'd be happy to make to scan and email. And Christine, I know would be the same way of just basically covering what we're covering now, but just having it as like a more handy dandy little manual, like talking about the basics, and then all these booster treatments and stuff that if you could look over, you would just have it right there at your fingertips. So just FYI, if you're interested, contact either one of us and we'll be happy to send that to you. But just real briefly go over the gentle sleep complex, helpful for when a child has a hard time getting to sleep, and adults, same thing. It's really good for when you're traveling. It's hard sometimes. I know with me, it's always the first night when I get somewhere, I cannot fall asleep. Easy Jest is super helpful for our tummies. CalMag is great also for indigestion and also for sleep. Magnesium is really helpful for sleep and also for regularity. And then there's another formula called Immunity Formula 1, which is an immune stimulating product that stimulates cells to produce antibodies. So anyway,
yeah.
We can go on to the next slide.
I will. Well, just saying something about Easy Jest and chewable CalMag. To me, these are just, when we've mentioned some of these go with me when we travel. It's just one of those uncomfortable things if you're eating something different and you got that upset stomach, you got the bloating, gas, whatever. So this is great, and you can take it before a meal, knowing that maybe you're invited to someone's house and they're going to serve you Indian food, and you know that's just going to totally upset your stomach. You can take it before the meal, or you can also take it after you've eaten something, not knowing that, wow, I had too many veggies and I'm super gassy, my stomach hurts, I'm bloated. And you can take it after and you'll feel the difference. So between the chewable CalMag or Easy Jest, they both are great. And, the Easy Jest is that enzyme, breaks down the enzymes, whether it's protein, carbs, fats, you're lactose intolerant, legumes. Yeah, it's great. So I highly recommend getting these.
That's great. I didn't know you could take it before. That's awesome.
Yeah. So one thing that we're excited, one of many things that we're excited about is that that there's a new release, a 7-day cleanse. So some of you guys might have heard of our gut health or 7-day cleanse Facebook groups, but Shackley just came out with a complete 7-day cleanse. So and they packaged it to where it can be one use. It's great. So again, it's feel better in 1 week. So with any of Shackley's products, if you don't feel the results that you were expecting or wanting or was told, you can return an empty bottle for a full 100% money back guarantee, which is awesome. So this is what it looks like. Just on a 7-day healthy cleanse, you're still eating these are whole food supplements, but you're also including whole foods in this cleanse. Improving energy, focus, clarity. Emily, aren't you currently on your cleanse right now?
I am.
How's it going?
It's going really well. It's going great. True confessions, I cheated a little bit this evening with my food, but I have not felt super starving. I've definitely been drinking one of my shakes during the day, and I just feel pretty good. I actually do feel a little bit, what I've noticed is my brain feels clearer. That's the thing that I actually would have to say. I feel like with all the things I've got going on right now, there's a lot in my brain that's packed in there. And that was probably the first thing I noticed was I'm like, I'm remembering things more, like just I have better clarity.
Yeah.
So, and I think my skin feels a little bit clearer as well. Yeah, I feel good.
That's
I feel
awesome.
good.
I think we're excited. On November 26th, Emily and I are going to be hosting, or, she's probably not going to redo this again, obviously.
Not yet.
No. But November 26th and January 7th, and even honestly, you could do this anytime, but just that we're going to get a group going so you feel like there's great accountability. The one thing I've heard about the cleanse as well is it just is jumpstarting your body into detoxing, which we need. We almost need a break from maybe the kinds of foods and the habits that we've gotten into. This really helps break a cycle and break some habits, whether it's carb cravings, sugar cravings. In that 7 days, there's no alcohol, you're sleeping better. And for most people find that they've lost a few pounds. It's just kind of just jump started them into a good, healthy habit, like part of their journey, which I love. And so you can see here, you've got like the morning and the night. So the way that they've packaged this, it's just awesome, showing you exactly, what you need in the morning, what you need at night. So it's like liver, colon, probiotic. It's just 4 different things. It's really great. So this is something you want to get a buddy, jump in and do, and hit restart. So maybe after the Thanksgiving, where you can have a few days to finish off leftovers and then dive in on November 26th. So this is something, especially if you want more info to order this, you can just order the 7 days. That's it. And awesome. And this is another thing of a slide reminding that it's whole food. It's something that your body recognizes. And again, all these products are digestible. Safe, proven. I think what we fell in love with is the safety, the quality, the integrity, that it's proven, and it works. I mean, we both have found that these products are, I've been taking Shaklee for 10 years now, and Emily has been experiencing for 1.5 years and just knows the difference, and your body knows the difference. So really cool. Well, even finishing up this night, this Zoom call is, how do you see yourself fitting in? So maybe some of these products you realized, I definitely need them in my herbal medicine cabinet. I need them for my travel. I need them for myself. Maybe I need them for my kids. So you can definitely feel the difference and use them. And I've got a couple of options, to show you how you can use them, purchase whatever. And then Emily and I think we both realized when you have a health change and your body responds, and for me, when I lost my asthma with the cleaning products, you're telling your BFFs, you're telling your family, and then lo and behold, other people are interested in the product. So I was sharing them just because I wanted other people to get healthy and feel what I felt. And then now, Emily and I both are building a team. We love what we do. We love that we have a job that really helps people get healthier, and the focus is, whole foods and nutrition and everything. That's just a gift to have, the gift of health, and really to be able to share that with others. So there's definitely some great rewards and compensation, and just an amazing company that we love. So there is a way to build as well as have a business with it. And in that, you can become a distributor, as well as there's some really cool, I would say, business in a box, the best bang for your buck, some really good packs that really you can choose based on your interest. There's a skincare line, core nutrition we talked a lot about tonight. I want it all, healthy weight and healthy cleanse. So there's something for everyone. And what I love about this is the one landmark study, they know that it's such the foundational product that they waive the membership if you get the Vitalizer Women, which Emily and I are on. And so also there's a preferred member. So for someone that loves free shipping, they made it a way, if you had a $150 purchase on auto ship, you will always get free shipping, which is a plus, because a lot of us, right, we like free shipping. I like free shipping. And they waive the membership fee with that purchase. So there's just there's something for everyone, a lot of options. And I think definitely there's people that really have it going for them and have a great income helping others get healthier. And then this is a picture of our team. So there's Emily right here. So from tonight, we definitely want to hear from you. And this is recorded, so I'm going to stop in a second, but reach out to us because we would love to help you in your health needs. I would say one thing that gives us a great snapshot is a health print. We can send it out via our website, and it takes 3 minutes. You fill out this health print. It gives us an idea of, your diet, your sleep, your stress, and recommended products. And actually, there's a way to get the $50 retail healthy cleanse for free by filling out the health print. So it's a great deal that way. And so we are excited that you were on this journey with us, and we always want to share it with more people. So feel free to invite someone to listen in on this recording as well. And anything else do you want to say, Emily?
No, I think that sounds great. I was just, I think one thing with this new cleanse coming out, I'm so excited about this. They're just making it, it's really, really convenient now. Everything comes in individual sachets. They're marked AM, PM. So I'm actually like, man, I kind of want to blow my cleanse now and just start it over again. But no, I definitely something that I had heard, and I just wanted to leave everybody with here is I want to challenge you to understand and decide what your why is for doing a cleanse. What would that be? Would it be, you want better health? Do you want better nutrition? Do you want to kickstart weight loss? Do you want to, what do you want to do? So first I would just challenge you to think about what that is. And then I'd love to invite you, just like Christine said, come join us and we'll do it together.
Yeah.
And even if I'm in a support role, I will do it with you.
Excellent. So we're excited, and in a couple of weeks, we're going to do another health chat again on a different topic, a different subject. So we're doing this probably about every couple of weeks. We love it. Giving some great, inspiring, educating, motivating, encouraging, doing this with you guys. So thanks for listening in.
Thank you.